And so how do I really, inculcate in my schedule a regular litany of dhikr? This has to become your muhimma, putting alarms on your phone, making sure you don't leave the house without. SubhanAllah, one of my shuyukh in Egypt, he was telling us that the son was telling me so my sheikh's son was saying that when we first got our license, he said my father was very unsettled about us driving. So he said, you're not allowed to touch the car until you make these awrad and these. And he said, Wallahi, he said, until today, I cannot drive the car without making this dhikr, without making this dua, without protecting myself. Because my father made it very simple and clear. You leave the house without these adhkar, without these utterances, without these remembrances, you're vulnerable and you're compromised.
Yeah.
If you leave the house with this wird, then you're protected. So sir ala barakatillah, then you go on the path of divine blessings. But other than that, when I see my kid leaving the house in the morning, what am I empowering them with? Here they're going out into this world that's just so worrisome. The threats, the harms, the fitan. What are they going to hear at school?
Yeah.
What are their friends going to show them? What are they going to be exposed to? So I'm sure, see that you know this. Your kids come to you with like, where in the world did you get that from?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
Yeah.
My kids come to me like, I'm like, who are you hanging out with? Who are you speaking with? Where do those words come from? I don't know what's happening to my son's heart, or my daughter's heart, my children's heart when they're out there. I don't know. I need and it's only going to be increasingly that they're outside of my direct purview. I can try to monitor as much as I can, but the world that we're in as it is, subhanallah.
Yeah, Sheikh Yasser, it's amazing you say that, because even with my kids, my teens, my young ones, down and I tell them, I said, guys, the greatest, the only thing I can give you, which is everything, is Allah and His Messenger, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi. I said, the most important lesson and principle in life is anna Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala huwa haqq wa rasul salawatullahi wa salamu alayhi wa ala alihi huwa haqq. And so let's orbit, as you say, around these realities.
Yeah.
And so, one of the things to be, practical about this, people are like, well, how do we do this? How do we bring this into our lives? Well, if you drive to work, I know many people are maybe working at home, but if you're driving to work and you usually turn on NPR or whatever it is at that time, turn off NPR. Make it a habit, a habitual habit, that you bring this with you and say, I'm going to do 100 la ilaha illallah on the way to work.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do 100 prayers upon the Prophet alayhi wa alayhi salam on the way home from work. That's how it really starts.